George Russell wins the Canadian Grand Prix, but no one's talking about that. Because McLaren just imploded in one of the wildest teammate crashes we've ever seen. At the light, George had the perfect launch and was able to keep Max behind him off the line. And you had to really look at this, but Max wasn't actually attacking. He was actually pulling out of the slipstream for airflow because his car was overheating. And behind them, 17-year-old Kimi Antonelli snagged a podium position early, passing Oscar right at turn 3. It's crazy because this race wasn't about pure pace. It was actually a strategy chess match in the extreme heat. Because the drivers had to manage their tires like crazy. If you pushed too hard, you just cooked your race. But Max pits early with cooked mediums, and so George covers off. McLaren actually split strategies with Lando on mediums and Oscar on hard. And so Lando actually briefly leads the race, but then he pits and now he has to start hunting Oscar. And so by the final 15 laps, we have George leading, Max chasing, and Kimi holding third. But Oscar's in fourth and Lando's in fifth, but he's faster. Oscar's attacking Kimi with Lando just charging hard behind. And we get to lap 64 where Lando just lunges at turn 10. He's able to take the place, but he ends up running wide. Oscar just squeezes back through until the battle's still on. Lando dives to the left down the straight. Gap closes. And they touch. Lando slams against the wall and he's out. Front wing destroyed, wheel damage, safety car, game over. Oscar finishes fourth and Lando takes the blame. But this wasn't just a racing incident. It was actually a failure of team management. McLaren let them race deep into the final laps without team orders. They'll never admit it, but Oscar and Lando have a simmering rivalry happening. And the team did nothing to diffuse it. And now they threw away 22 plus constructors points on a weekend where Ferrari just collapsed. In a tight constructors battle, that's a huge self-inflicted wound. But while McLaren burned, George actually drove the most complete race of his career. No mistakes, managed Max, and took the win. And I keep saying this, but Kimi Antonelli, 17 years old, he stayed calm under fire and took his first F1 podium. He's the real deal. But what'd you think? Was Lando reckless or should McLaren have stepped in?